Hello.
Hi.
Thank you for coming in today. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Good. So I know we've kind of talked about this some at previous visits, but I wanted to take a minute to talk with you about weight loss, if that would be okay with you.
Yeah, yes.
Okay. So at first, I just want to emphasize that this isn't about judgment. This is just about us coming together and finding ways that you can live a more healthy lifestyle. So weight loss is something that's a goal for you, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How much weight ideally would you like to lose?
About 25 pounds.
Okay. Well, I think that's definitely a reasonable goal. So let's talk about some actionable things that we can do to help you achieve it.
All right.
So first thing is nutrition and what we're putting into our bodies. And we don't have to go on an extremely strict diet, but we need to try to begin making some small conscious changes towards a better eating habit. And that can look like, half of your plate needs to be protein, a quarter of it needs to be your carbs, and then the other quarter of it needs to be your lean meats.
Okay.
And also, a big thing is making sure we're not drinking our calories. So a lot of times, sugary sodas, teas, juices, and things like that are a lot of extra calories that we don't even think about.
Mm-hmm.
As well as just taking, snacking throughout the day. Would you be open to keeping a short food diary over the next week or so just to kind of identify some habits?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So the next thing we can talk about is exercise. And we don't have to go run a marathon, but just 20 to 30 minutes a day of some type of exercise can really help us along in this process. So whether that looks like a walk after dinner or 30 minutes at the gym. And now most insurances will actually pay for a gym membership, so we can look and see if that's an option for you as well. Would you like to look into that?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. And so lastly, stress and our sleep can play a huge role in our metabolism and our cravings that we might have around food. So whether it's just getting an extra hour of sleep every night or going and talking to somebody about your stress, those can be an extra thing that we can throw in there along in this process. How's your sleep?
Not great.
How is your stress level?
It's definitely not great.
Would you be open to maybe going to talking to somebody about that and getting some better ideas on some changes that you can make in your day-to-day life?
Yeah, I think that'd probably be helpful.
Okay, we can do that. Lastly, we do have medication options available, one of which, and this is usually the first medication that we give to patients, is phentermine. Have you heard of it before?
Never.
So essentially what it does is it helps to curb your appetite a bit and allow you to make some better changes in your eating. The things we need to look out for are we don't want to use it in patients with a history of heart disease, hyperthyroidism, hypercholesterolemia, high cholesterol levels, and things of that nature, or hypertension. But I reviewed your chart and none of those things apply to you, so I think this would be a good option. The biggest side effects to watch out for are dry mouth, insomnia, a feeling of jitteriness, constipation as well. So those are just a few of the main side effects that we see, but if you experience any of those, just give us a call and we can change it up a little bit for you. So is that a medication that you would be open to trying?
Yeah, anything that'll help.
Okay. So usually we do this medication for 12 weeks. The milligram is 32.7. So the idea is you'll be on it for 12 weeks and that'll kind of give you an extra boost while you try to make some of these other changes in your life. It's not something that we're on long term, but just a way to help us get the ball rolling. Does that work for you?
Works for me.
Okay. So what is one actionable thing that you think that you can do after our visit today to help you get started on this process?
Walking every day.
Okay. Well, we can start with that and we'll follow up at our next visit to see where you're at. Do you have any questions?
Nope.
Okay. Well, thank you for coming in today.